Hey students, welcome back, welcome again. So we are back in action with chapter solutions. हिंदी वर्जन के लिए आप चैनल की प्लेलिस्ट पे देखिए, आपको इसका हिंदी वर्जन भी मिल जाएगा. So let us begin solutions. As far as this chapter is concerned, you are getting about I suppose 3 marks from this chapter if you are in CBSE, ICSE or any other board. So an important chapter if you are looking to crack any competitive exam, NEET, JEE, AIMS, KYPY. So you are going to expect at least one question from this, and for AIMS the reason and assertion question, it is a specificity of this chapter. This chapter contains a lot of numericals because this chapter is from physical chemistry. However, the numericals are not too much complicated or not too much calculative in comparison to other chapters like thermodynamics, kinetics. This chapter contains some easy numericals. However, you need to know the concepts very well to apply them. Now, let us begin solutions. What is a solution? The simplest definition in chemistry having just 2 words, that is homogeneous mixture. Any particular mixture in which 2 components are dissolved, it contains 2 components and these 2 components get dissolved with each other, then we can say it is homogeneous. It could be 2 or more than 2. Now, homo word means same. So, it somehow tells you it is same. So, what we know? Solution is homogeneous mixture. Examples: solution of water and sugar, solution of urea and water, solution of ether and water, solution of alcohol and water, solution of sodium chloride and water, and many other examples. Now, the components, there are 2 major components. One is called solute, the other is called solvent. What is solute? For solute, there are many definitions. However, this particular one stands correct in all the textbooks. It is dissolved. This is the component which is dissolved. It is generally present in less amount and it loses its physical state when solute is dissolved along with solvent. Now consider the example of sodium chloride in water. Now if you look closely, sodium chloride is going to dissolve in water. It is dissolved, hence sodium chloride is solute and water is the solvent because in which dissolve. We are dissolving sodium chloride in water. So water turns out to be our solvent. And water is in excess, as we all know, and you know the rest. Now, the common solvent. What are the common solvents we have? First of all, we have water. The most common solvent. It has 2 other nicknames, 2 other pet names. Examiner call it aqueous. In short, he writes AQ. AQ means he is talking about water. Next, he says dilute or DIL only. It means he is indicating what? Again, water. Now, we have a query in here. Predict solute and solvent in the given cases. Now, if you look here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cases. So we will make up this up to 10. So we will deal 10 cases. You should pause the video and try to solve this, and I suppose out of 10 you will get 8 correctly. The 2 will deceive you. Now which one will deceive you? You will get to know that at the end of the video. Now this case, aqueous solution of CSO4, very easy. Aqueous turns to water. So water is what? Our solvent. CuSO4, this turns out to be our solute. First case, very simple. Now the next case, crystalline copper sulfate. This case is very important because it is done wrong by most of the student. Now the crystalline copper sulfate, the exact formula is, if you know, it is given in class 10th NCERT, CuSO4.5H2O. Now if you know this formula, you might have lead to the wrong path. Now the students thought that 5 water molecules are there, it is the solvent, and copper sulfate is our solute. Now the problem lies if water is present and water is the solvent. If you think water is what? The solvent. So the with the presence of water, water is in excess, the solution will be liquid, but the solution is solid, it is crystalline. So this theory is going to fail. Now in this particular case, CuSO4 will be our solvent and water will be our solute. So the water of crystallization is solute and copper sulfate is solid, therefore it is the solvent, and given in the question we have solid crystalline copper sulfate. So next is sugar solution. Now in this chapter, if the word solution is used, it generally indicates water. So this gives us an idea of sugar. So sugar will be our solute and water will be our solvent. Next up we have brine solution. Brine is nothing but mixture of NaCl and H2O. Who is solvent, who is solute? Water is again the solvent and NaCl is solute. Okay. Next is Diet Coke. If you consider Coke or any other cold drink or soft drink, it comprises of gas and liquid. That is the common composition. Gas, that is carbon dioxide. Liquid, that is generally water along with some preservatives, etc, etc, etc. So the liquid component is in excess, it is large in amount, it has the large fraction, therefore the liquid, the water will be our solvent, and the gas, the carbonated gas, the bubbling gas, that will be our solute. It will be solute. Next is 14 karat gold. This one is interesting. Now gold has different standards. 24 karat means 100% or 99.9%. As the carat goes down, and we will notice there will be presence of copper. Now for 14 karat, you will get about 52% gold along with 48% copper. Now it does not require any rocket science to know that Au, gold is our what? Solvent, and copper is the solute. Now if you consider 10 karat gold, this is interesting. 10 karat gold. Most of the students no idea what is happening. 10 karat gold, never buy this because it contains 42% gold along with copper having percentage about 58%. So in this particular case, what we will observe, gold is not our solvent, gold is solute, and copper will be our solvent. Now if you consider dilute HCl, so dilute consider what? Water. So HCl is solute and H2O will be our solvent. Next I say I have mixture of two dilute acids, dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4. So in this particular case, we have two solutes, dilute HCl, dilute H2SO4. So the answer turns out to be dilute means water, and water will be our solvent, and we have different solutes HCl and H2SO4. This is our solute. Now any particular solution containing three components, look here, this particular solution, it contains three components, HCl, H2SO4 and water. This solution will be considered ternary solution. What? Ternary solution. And any solution containing two components, just like this one, it contains two components, it will be called binary solution. An important thing to know, this one is binary. For three we have ternary. Now if I ask you a simple question, if I say I have lemonade, what? Lemonade. So what type of solution it is? It is ternary, binary or something else? Lemonade is quaternary. Now you have an idea about the quaternary solution. Quaternary solution contains four components. And what are our four components? NaCl, water, some lemon juice and some amount of salt. This is the basic recipe of what? Our lemonade. So in all these components, which is our solute? NaCl is solute, solute 1. lemonade is solute, solute 2, and salt is solute, solute 3, and water is what? It is our solvent. So, point to be noted, my lord, is we can have more than one solute, but solvent will be only one. One solvent can dissolve different solutes. Now the last query, the interesting one is, for that I think I need to clean this up. Just find a proper duster. So, if I say I have equimolar mixture of C2H5OH and water. This question, this particular query is hell of a question, because most of the students, even the genius ones, got this one wrong. When you see water, you think, okay, water means solvent, and we do not consider this term. This term is what? Equimolar, which means it contains equal moles of alcohol and water. So let us consider 1 mole of alcohol, 1 mole of alcohol and 1 mole of water. So which will be in excess or which will be in a small fraction? Now coming back to class 11th, mole concept. What does it say? Number of moles of water will be equal to weight upon molecular weight, molecular mass. Now if we consider mole is 1, then the weight turns out to be 18 gram. By using the same formula, we will get to know the weight of alcohol, that will be 46 gram. Now the twist in the tail, water is 18 gram and ethyl alcohol is 46 gram. So no, I don't think there is further need to discuss that water is what? Solute, and alcohol is our solvent. So get this straight and clear. There are few cases in which water can be functioning as a solute. In most of the cases, water is what? Our solvent. And as far as the solvent goes, the list is very long. The solvent, the common solvent you will look, that will contain benzene. Also there is one more, but I can't find any space. Let me write carbon disulfide, CS2, and one more important solvent is diethyl ether or any type of ether or crown ether. So what we have learned today, just close your eyes and listen to my voice so we can revise this quickly. What is solution? Solution is homogeneous mixture, a mixture containing 2 or more components which have the desire to combine with each other or to dissolve with each other. It contains 2 components, solute, the one which is dissolved, and it is in less amount generally, and it loses its physical tendency or physical property. Now the solvent we have in excess or in large amount. There are 4 common solvents we will came through in our syllabus: water, benzene, carbon disulfide or CCl4, and last is what? Which one is left? CS2, benzene, ether. Sorry, ether was left, solvent. Now the queries, these were the queries for finding solute and solvent, and the solution is of 4 types. The solution is of different types. It could be called binary, ternary or quaternary depending upon the number of substance or components. So in the next slide we will discuss types of solution. So stay tuned and I will clean this up. You just find a paper and a pen and write this down, because it is very important to write down. I have seen cricket a lot of times, but I haven't become Sachin Tendulkar because I haven't practiced that much. So you need to practice. If you write that up, so it will someday you will get to know that one more time. You will revise that and then you can get that easily. So I just clean this up and start the next clip.